Good morning, grand rising, not good morning. It's never a good morning, but grand rising. Um, it's 10 a.m., May the 29th. I'm here in Delaware at my property, and I actually had to move my garden and put it somewhere else because of the rain. Um, as you can see, all right here where the ground is round. Well, I used to have my pool here, but all right here was flooded yesterday from the rain. The ground also floods back here where the ground is uneven. It's like a little dip in the ground. You can't see it, but so yesterday I had to move. I had fenced all this space back in. I guess a week ago for my garden. After we removed the pool, I made it into my garden space. But the rain tortured my garden, and I'm glad it was a container garden because I was able to move everything. So this is where I had everything, and I made this big thing, but I have the wrong wood on there, and so I'm gonna absolutely have to. Hey, come here, worm. Yeah. I'm going to absolutely have to put it, take it apart and redo it or put it somewhere else. Hey. So this is where I put all my food. I put everything on this row. Except for, let me go back over here. Except for my cantaloupe. They were not on a ground surface that was uneven, and they didn't get soaking wet or anything, so I left them here. So I have two in here. One in there, and I will be removing these trellises and replacing them for heavy duty ones. But this is the cantaloupe corner. Everything that grows over here is cantaloupes, will be cantaloupe. And then we go back over to where I started replanting everything. I'm sorry, not replanting, where I moved the containers to. And we actually have a cantaloupe here. Once this get bigger, I'm gonna, something's been chewing on the cantaloupe leaf. Wow, really? But once these grow a little more, I will be taking one of them out. So the one that is actually have been getting chewed on, I'm gonna put this next to that one. Yeah, I got a lot of cantaloupe plants that has nowhere to go, so I'm saving them just in case I gotta replace anything. This is beautiful, my broccoli. Not sure if anything's been eaten on these leaves, but they are beautiful. And I'm not sure you can see them that good, so I'm going to pull it up to show you so far. Absolutely gorgeous. I planted these on the 12th of this month. Everything that is growing was planted this month. All of the cantaloupe were planted on the 14th of this month. This is my favorite right here, my Arcata arugula. Sorry, arugula. Yeah, my baby. That's my baby. Yeah, look at that. Yes, I can't wait. I love arugula. Minty fresh. Also, kale. Now I'm going to take I'm going to put that back. I want to put a different thing over my arugula because that's a little too tight. I have Brussels sprouts growing here, not many, and I'm kind of confused as to which ones are actually the Brussels sprouts because I see some other things growing in there. And that might have come from because I used some used soil from previous plants. So yes, this is the Brussels sprouts. And we have basil right here. And I'll be replacing this also. Oops, sorry. I'll be replacing this one with a bigger thing. This right here needs to be bigger because it's tight on the basil. I planted the basil on the 18th of this month. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, the 14th. I planted the kale on the 12th. I planted the arugula on the 12th. The Brussels sprouts on the 12th. And the basil was also planted on the 12th, not the 14th. I have mixed beans growing here. Planted on the 21st. I have mixed beans growing here. Planted on the 14th. Mixed beans growing here. Planted on the 21st. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Little tiny stalks of corn, and I'll be removing them from there when they get a little bigger and finding somewhere else for them to grow. And I also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stalks of corn, 7 stalks of corn growing here, and I'll be removing them from there, finding a better place for them to grow. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I need some more soil. And I planted them on the 19th of this month. Well, on the 12th of this month, I planted these beautiful beets. And I have an avocado in here, avocado seed in here. And this is my Swiss chard. I planted that on the 12th also. The corn was planted on the 19th. These are some extra cantaloupe plants that I gotta either throw away or find somewhere for it to go. The lima bean plant was planted on the 14th. This lima bean plant was planted on the 21st. I have jalapeno peppers here that I planted on the 12th. Black eyed peas here that I planted on the 14th. I have a pineapple top here that I've had since February. Here is what is this? Garden beans that I planted on the 21st. Garden beans here that I just repotted into here that were planted on the 12th. They are wilting because the pot that they came from was filled with water from the flood. These garden beans here are doing excellent, and they were planted on the 14th. I have squash here that I repotted that were planted on the 19th. Everything I have grew from seeds that I planted. I didn't buy any seedlings or anything like that. I grew everything myself. These are squash. All of this down here is squash. So, yep. Then we have squash here, planted on the 19th. Squash here, planted on the 19th. These two were repotted yesterday from the flood. Matter of fact, how many of them? This was the only one in its original pot. But all of these were repotted because of the flood. And it looks like they're all doing good, including all of that, because of other things in the pots that either died or wasn't growing. And I switched it out. So this is where I have my garden. It's a mess right now because I'm pulling the netting off of a lot of things, letting it get some sun since I did move it to another space. I'm letting it get some sun, and then I'll be putting the netting back. But this is my beautiful container garden at Womack Gardens. I'm Queen Kenya Womack. And I love to grow food. And all the food that I grow, I will be eating. Me and my family will be eating the food that we grow. So we are going to have a lot of cantaloupes. We're going to have a lot of cantaloupes, a lot of squash, a lot of kale, and what I really wanted to grow was some mustard greens, but it's not that time of year for mustard greens. Last time I grew some mustard greens, they taste so buttery. Oh my God, I had never had any greens that fresh in my life. So, move you over so that one can get some sun down there. Okay. And like I said, this is Kenya. Thank you for touring Womack Gardens, my container garden, and Cantaloupe Corner in Womack Garden. Thank you for checking in. Keep checking in. I love gardening. I love growing my own food. I will be, me and my fiance will be buying more land somewhere else. I'm not going to say where, but we're going to, get a few acres and for our farm and garden. But I'm out. Amen, Ashe.